As a creative, we all face the process of finding our art style, so let me explain how I found mine. Be honest with yourself and your current art skills. Learn the fundamentals. When I started to take my artwork seriously, I was my worst critic and still am today. My internal judgment created a lot of frustration towards my art style process, even though I was happy with simply creating. But the hard truth was that I was a beginner, and that's completely okay. I did not fully understand the main art fundamentals such as anatomy and color theory, so I was trying to create my art style unprepared, and it frustrated me when I didn't see any progress or improvement. I ended up going to art school, which gave me the opportunity to learn and refine my skills. This caused a huge improvement in my work. Now, art school is pretty expensive, so if that's not an option for you, then doing your own research and taking the time to refine those art skills is a good route to go. There are tons of resources online for you to learn from. It just comes down to you being patient and focusing on refining those skills. If you already understand the main art fundamentals, then it's time for you to experiment. Find a style that you enjoy, not what the vast majority approves of. I am guilty of following the art gurus who did realism. This style is deemed the most popular and professional in the art industry. However, I realized years later that I absolutely hated the rendering process of this style. I adored the polished result and gave my all in creating the look to a point it drained me mentally and physically as an artist. With all the famous art trends happening on social media, it is easy for us to follow the crowd for approval and lose our true purpose of creating art, which is simply because we enjoy it. If following a trend is something you want to do, then go for it. But if you are trying to find your own style that represents you as an artist, then experiment with different brushes and mediums. It's important to remember that you shouldn't copy or steal art styles. Instead, look for a few traits from a variety of artists and think about what you like about it. Maybe it's the way they do their line art or how they use colors. Whatever it is, reference it and try it yourself in your next art piece. During the experimenting phase, remind yourself to try not to compare your style to other artists, especially professionals. I know it can be discouraging when your results do not match up to your goals, but finding your art style is a long adventure of self-exploration, experimentation, and patience. It took me a couple years to process this. I was drawn to many art styles, but I had to take a step back and reflect on what I wanted my art to say about me, rather than focus on how it looked. My passions play a huge role in my art style. For me, those are Ghibli films, anime, and girly things. It took me a while to rediscover my passions when I graduated from art school, but by allowing myself to be creative and illustrate what I enjoyed through my artwork, I gained so much confidence in myself and abilities. Remember, your art style should be a reflection of who you are as a person. Embrace those imperfections and don't be afraid to challenge yourself. Within time, your art will evolve the more you draw what you like and stay true to yourself. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below.